So warming up with some shoulder rolls. And then pressing up, looking up. So the idea is here is try and think about breathing in as you press up. Keep your tummy pulled in, and you're really trying to open up your thoracic spine. So almost try and think about looking behind you. So this is just warming up the shoulder girdle. These are essentially a series of nerve glides just to help free up and loosen up the neck and the shoulders, which is a good idea before you start using kettlebells. So with this one, really try and focus on rotating your wrists and your shoulders. So think about trying to turn your palms over and also rotate the elbows up and elbows down. And with this one, think about fingers pointing down and just bending your head from side to side. Again, arm out to the side, fingers point down. And then, so with this one, try and think about taking your head over to one side, then the arm, then take the arm back and then the head back. And then again, same on the other side. So it's head, arm, arm back, and then head back. And this one just rotating, so rotating out as far as you can, and then rotating back inwards and just palms behind. And this is some side bends, so you're just trying to reach up and over. Just stretch out those lats, which all affect the shoulder ability to move effectively. And then a bit of rotation, so just trying to get that thoracic spine mobilised. Think about leading with your head, so turn your head and let your body follow. And some lunges. So with these ones, keep a good tight core, try and squeeze your bum as you step back. So it's a step back, stretch out the front of your thigh and the front of your hips. You should be feeling a stretch on the front of your thigh on that backwards leg. But try and keep your body as upright as you can with these. Now moving into the Spider-Man exercise. So with these ones, your front foot goes flat on the floor, your back foot doesn't. But try and think about pushing your knee over your toe, take your foot to the outside of your body or outside of your hands. So you're trying to get a good stretch into everything in those hips basically. So you will feel stretches into your adductors, your inner thighs, the front of your thighs and your quads. You might feel it in your hip flexors. If you're really tight, you might feel it in your hamstrings, you might even feel it in your glutes. So then standing up, squatting. So again with these, as you squat, try and think about keeping your body upright. So if you imagine there's a wall in front of you, hands sliding down the wall, think about pushing your knees over your toes as you squat. So the idea is if you want to try and keep a nice upright back as you squat, and the way you've got to do that is by getting those ankles to move. So knees go over toes, bum down, head up. And then we'll move these into some hip hinges. So pop your fingers on your iliac crests, the bony bits on the front of your hips. Thumb goes on your ribs. That gap should remain the same, so thereby you're keeping a neutral spine, so your back is not bending as you do these. So tight core, squeeze your bum as you push your hips forward. So the idea is not to move through the back, so you keep the core tight and move through your hips. And this will work well as you start then going into doing your deadlifts and swings and snatches and what have you. But it's essentially the same movement. Right, ready to get started.